Hi there, my name is Professor Blackmore, and I want to welcome you to my course entitled How to Draft and Negotiate a Settlement Agreement. And I am gearing this course more so towards my colleagues who are in the practice of law. And so, colleagues, I want to talk to you about the number one reason why you should purchase my main course, which is entitled How to Draft a Contract. And that number one reason is settlement agreements. How many of us are so glad to get the case settled and are so ready to get a case dismissed that we just pull out that first settlement agreement example from one of our prior cases that we can find so that we can just copy and paste the correct information in and send it off? But I want to warn you against the danger of drafting those run-of-the-mill form boilerplate settlement agreements, especially when your client's goal in what may seem to involve only civil liability may also involve criminal liability that in any way creates exposure that may result in penalties that may carry prison confinement. In communicating this warning to you, I want to remind you of the Bill Cosby so-called confidential settlement agreement from a civil case filed against him by Andrea Constad. Bill Cosby is sitting in prison right now because of a poorly drafted settlement agreement and really weak settlement negotiations. We should be using the same analysis to negotiate the settlement deal that we use to draft the settlement agreement. And so that's going to mean that you really need to have your settlement agreement draft completed before you start conducting your settlement negotiation. And so that means that you need to have this very important analysis completed prior to starting on that draft settlement agreement. In this course, I'm going to teach you how to spot what I call 5 business issues or problems, and how to use 7 contract concepts to resolve these business issues or problems in the best manner, and how to organize them into 10 contract sections. This is the analysis that is going to be required to actually draft a good settlement agreement that covers all of the client's business goals and resulting business issues. So you're really putting the cart before the horse if you try to settle the case before conducting this very important analysis. You will hear me say over and over and over again throughout this course that you cannot solve a problem if you don't know that a problem exists and what that problem is. It is imperative that you gain a determination of these business issues early in the initial litigation planning analysis stage of the case by developing a deep understanding of the client's major business goals. And once you have a deep understanding of all of the client's major business goals, then you can determine all of the business issues or problems that are created by each business goal. And here you can see how I have completed my business issues worksheet for this particular case. You will see that I have started off by talking about the number one goal that Bill Cosby would have been interested in making sure was completed in this particular case. The number one goal that I have down on my business issues worksheet is that Cosby needs to obtain an immunity order signed by the judge, facilitated by some type of a motion or application filed by the DA in the case. In addition, he would need to have Constad's obligation to cooperate and participate in this procedure to make sure that it was completed. And so I have to have all of the issues or problems that are going to result from this goal thought out before I start to go into the negotiation stage of the case, because it seems that there was some type of a loss on the focus or on the idea that Cosby actually needed to have a specific immunity order signed by the judge. It seemed that the parties thought that just because the DA agreed that he would not bring charges against Cosby, that some type of immunity was built into that process. So there was a lack of focus on the client's major business goal there. And so once you have some idea of that goal, you can't just stop there. You have to go ahead and determine all of the issues that are going to result from that goal. This is going to give a better idea of those things that need to be negotiated during the actual settlement negotiations. So you definitely want to purchase this course so that you can join me in learning these game-changing, value-added techniques. Sounds like a lot of fun, right? So let's get started.